I told you so. This is a day that we all have been waiting for, where we celebrate after a formidable victory. This victory is much more important than the Orlando Pirates victory of yesterday. That today we are all gathered as people of Mpumalanga and the Tanzania region to celebrate as a victory for one of our own, our son of the soil, Rio Mabunda, for having fought a very gallant fight to be able to win against an injustice dismissal of his services from SABC. We are so thankful that today, as people of Kanyamazane and Mpumalanga as a whole, we are able to say thank you to the criminal justice system of our country for having stood on the side of the righteous, of making sure Ugutina Rio, who was badly handled, badly treated, badly undermined as a son of the soil. We mustn't forget that Rio was not just a talented student who went to study to become a teacher and went on to teach. He answered the call on the days of the homeland system to go and serve his people of Gangwane, which was Mpumalanga then. And he went as a young man to Pretoria to work at Radio Swazi station before it became Ligwalagwala. He came back having risen through the ranks to become a station manager, only to find that all his hard work, people have become jealous. A person had vendetta. A person was envious against the success and the fact that Rio is a people's person. Rio has made sure that abantu baseMpumalanga and the listeners of Ligwalagwala fall in love with him. And Rio, we're saying to you today, this is not your victory. It's a victory of fairness, it's a victory of justice, and more importantly, it's a victory for the people of Mpumalanga. That's a saying, never again will one of us be ill-treated and we fold our arms or we read newspapers and we do nothing. I want to say thanks to everyone who was at the stadium last year during my birthday celebration, where I called Rio on stage and I revealed the secret that when Rio was faced with this challenge of being dismissed, I said to Rio, I'll be there for you. I will continue to pay you a salary and I want you to fight for this injustice. Why did I do that? I'm also an employer. And many people will say, why do you support someone when you don't know the real truth? I had the opportunity to meet with the boss, Eyakosha Rio, and I engaged with him to say, but what is going on here? After having listened to him and listened to Rio, I realized that there was nothing into these allegations against Rio. You must all remember that Rio was being charged for having not entered into a contract with sponsors. I was the one who sponsored and gave more money than any other sponsor to Ligwalagwala for their annual celebration. I never had a contract, and no contract was signed with any other supplier. But this time, trumped up charges were pushed against Rio, which led to his unlawful dismissal. I went and I got the top lawyers from Johannesburg. I got the top senior counsel advocates that fought his matter until he got his win. And I'm so happy that the new leadership at the SABC have seen the light to be able to know that Ligwalagwala is not only for the people of Mpumalanga, but it's for the people of South Africa. And justice is, when it was required, they were able to look at this issue differently. I also want to thank everyone from Mpumalanga for having supported Rio in his pursuit for justice. I want to thank Umanyov, who also faced criminal charges for having led some of our people to Radio Ligwalagwala to say we don't accept the treatment Rio. Because Tina, as people of Mpumalanga, we must learn. We've been undermined for a long period of time, and I've been very vocal on the issue of Tina, why are they taking us for granted? Everything was last in the queue. And we cannot allow a situation where our own people are not given opportunities in the workplace. And then they also get undermined. But I'm happy in that we put up a fight, we won this fight, and this is a victory for our people of Mpumalanga and Ligwalagwala. I want to say to the management of Rise FM and the staff members to say, Sibonga kakhulu for all what you have done in accommodating Rio, employing him after he lost his job. And he was able to be given a job on merit. And I received a petition from staff members from Rise FM. I was really touched where you were asking me to say, please, do not allow Rio to go back to Ligwalagwala. But I want you to understand that I love Rise FM and I love the people who are working at Rise FM because they are also our own. They are also our brothers and sisters. But we needed to demonstrate to South Africa that when there's an injustice done against our own, we're going to support him until the end. So that Rio, this is the only job that he's known. This is the only job that he has done. This is the only job where he rose within the ranks through hard work. And I've told you, when other people were going to work at Sasol, Rio went to Pretoria as a young boy, Ahlale Hostel, so that he can be able to become the best radio announcer and now a best radio manager that has worked. And I know that his employers at Rise FM wanted to keep him. And I know that they've offered him far better than what SABC could offer him. But because SABC has been his home, because SABC is the place where he grew up, he is who he is of what he has learned at SABC. And I, as his older brother, was able to say, Rio, you've got to do this for our station. Because there's no doubt, Ligwalagwala FM has gone down since Rio has left the station. And we want to pick up this station because it's a station of our people. It's a station that my late mother listened to until she died. It's a station where our grandparents are still listening to it until today. And we're saying to Rio, now that you are going back to Radio Ligwalagwala, those of your colleagues that testified against you during your hearing, do not hold grudges. Don't treat them badly, because you know, lo bebakwenda bokungasithini lephuma enhlitweni tabo bebatsheliwe kusifuna bakhulume bathini. So ngicela kusina nawe ubacolele laba kone khona nani nini labanye khona lapho eLigwalagwala la Rio waniphatha kabi, ngicela usinani nimcolele, niqale nibambane nibe munye, ngoba sathi ukuthi injury to one is an injury to all, but none of us is as good as all of us. Phambili ngeMpumalanga phambili. Congrats Rio.